So you said that Hassan was a liar and he was never in prison for murder, right?
Mm-hmm. That's a fact.
But did you see today he had posted the paperwork up showing that he was did you see that paperwork that he had posted today on Instagram?
No, never. What's the paperwork? What it say? What the paperwork say?
So the paperwork is from the Supreme Court, County of Bronx Criminal Division, Certificate of Disposition. It has the indictment number, the defendant name. It says, I do certify that it appears from an examination of the records on file in this office that the above named defendant was indicted by the grand jury of the County of Bronx on December 2nd, 1994, and charged with the crime of murder in the second degree. And that thereafter, the said defendant was arraigned before the Han J. Collins Justice of Supreme Court on April 8th, 97, and pleaded guilty to the crime of assault in the first degree. And that thereafter, on April 28th, 1997, the above named defendant was sentenced to 1 year and 6 months to 4 years and 6 months in state prison.
Mm-hmm. So what that mean?
That means that he was
You hear me?
originally charged with murder.
This is him right here. Could you see it?
Not really.
He was charged with assault. All right, look.
Yeah.
This assault, right? See, I don't care what nobody said. He beat that woman up. Okay?
So are you saying that this paperwork is fake then?
Panda, you want me to make some paperwork for you? And you'll read it the same way you read it. I could do the same thing. Want me to do it?
Hell no, I don't want no paperwork on me.
I could do the same exact thing if I want. I could do the same exact thing. I don't care what he's showing you. This is what you need to do, Panda Chop. Being that he said that's the indictment number and all this other stuff, do your due diligence and go into the case and see what happens. This is what you're going to get. You're going to get an assault case on a woman. Tell him to show us his papers. He beat that girl up and he went to prison for 1 year. All that book. You said that it said in 19.
Yeah, because for this one, he said that, because for this one, it shows that he copped out to assault in the first degree.
That's
though,
right. And that's the assault.
So he was originally charged with.
You cannot change a murder into an assault. You can't. How you going to do that? Person dead. How you going to turn into an assault? He's dead. You can only up the charge from an assault up to a murder. You can't go down. Now, I don't know if you know the law of how the court systems work. And people can argue and do whatever they want. What we're going to do is this, right? If somebody want to dispute it, they do their due diligence and all that. But if somebody needs me to get a lawyer to come up here and interview a lawyer, a criminal defense lawyer, and let them tell me about murder. Can I get locked up for murder and they change it to an assault charge? Cover all aspects of it. If I beat the person with a bat, if they were dead already, if somebody shot him and I came over there and hit him, can I get an assault for hitting him after this person killed him? I want to know every aspect of it, right? And on top of that, right, when people talk all that shit about, yo, this and that, and they read in first page hand of transcripts that you can just fornicate with, get the fuck. Show me the whole paperwork. I want to see the PSI. I want to see everything with the case to show the trial transcripts, because he's saying he was locked up for murder. So that means you went to trial, you beat it, and then you got convicted of an assault opposed to the murder. Where's that murder transcripts? Being that, because he always say he beat a body. That means you went to the trial. So there's transcripts on it. So that number that he said and all of this other shit, do your due diligence. I did mine already on Fat Joe, and I proved the point. Don't make me go and start doing due diligence.
Have you looked up all the paperwork on Hassan?
I don't need to look it up. I don't need to. He's like, y'all go ahead and make him a killer. Let me tell you something. He went from 2 murders to 3. 2024, he killed 3 people now. Before, he was talking 2 people he killed. Let me tell you something. Hassan ran with B.O. You heard him talk about that name before?
Right. I know B.O., yeah.
B.O. was the killer. If Hassan is there and B.O. killed somebody, or B.O. Hassan went in and B.O. did it, do you know that people automatically going to put you, Hassan, with that body that B.O. did? B.O. not here no more. B.O. was the gunslinger. B.O. was the dude that people feared. It wasn't this chump. He was his little man. That's all he was. But he wasn't like the main dude that dude feared. They only would fear him because they know the repercussions would be B.O. That's it. He was a nobody. That's why when I gave the story about Nudie from the project from Bronx River, Nudie was the terror in Bronx River. Never hear Hassan talk about him until that video I made with him in City Island. And Hassan gave the story. I don't know if you know the story. Did you hear the story that he gave?
Nah.
He gave the story. Look at my video. Hassan Campbell, 10 Toes in City Island. He said, Nudie was a different type of gangster killer. Nudie, I almost shit on myself fucking with Nudie. Nudie ran down on me. He had a 357 and a Tech 9 and all this. And he checked me and he see I didn't have no gun on me. And he told me to go down in the basement and all this other shit. And I had just got a 38 from Bam, from Crazy Legs. And they didn't have no bullets in it and all this other shit. And Nudie look, this is what he's saying. Look at the video. Now I was switching to he got a murder. Nudie set me up for a murder. I said, how he set you up for murder? Him and he said some girl named killed some dude in the building and the police came and locked me up for it. That's the murder. Listen what I'm saying, Panda. If that charge right there is that he was locked up for murder, that's that murder. Now put the two together. He gonna say the year it happened and everything, and that Nudie caught that murder, and he got locked up for it. Look at the video. He's giving a whole story about what Nudie did, how Nudie pat him down, and how Nudie was killing niggas. Nudie was running through there. When I brought it out and said, yo, so you talking about all these murders and you had a murder, you was locked up for murder? Yeah, I was locked up for murder. Anybody get locked up for murder. That don't mean you did it. That don't mean you're a murderer. What? This and that. And then he tell the truth. Nudie killed that man up in that building and they blame him for it. My question was, you went to jail for Nudie's murder. They had you as doing it. My belief is this. You so much of a sucker. You know somebody got killed in that building. You probably went around like, yo, you heard him got killed? Yo, you know who did that, right? And people hearing you say that, now the word goes out, yo, Hassan killed them people in that building. Poppy killed them niggas. They lock your dumb ass up, and now you locked up, and now they want to find out, you did it? No, I ain't do it. Who did it, bitch? You think he ain't gonna say Nudie and them did it? Nudie dead now. Everybody that can speak up against it, B.O., Nudie, whoever, they all dead. So, of course, he could run with the story, but he could run but so far because he told the story about the time, the year, you just said the year, and when Nudie did that murder in Backspin. That's the name of the place in Bronx River, he said.
What about
Nudie did that murder and he got locked up for it.
What about the case in 2000 with the 3 attempt murders and 2004 for another murder?
Who?
For Hassan.
What? Who are you talking to? What are you talking about? What? What you said? Hold on, Panda.
He said that he got another case in 2000 with 3 attempt murders and in 2004 where it was another murder.
He put paperwork on that?
He hasn't put the paperwork out for that yet.
Fuck this shit. Ain't no paperwork for that. Panda, listen. I got locked up in 1991 for murder. In 1990, I killed 4 other people. I had blood on my shoes and my clothes and everything. I drunk some of the blood too. While I was in there, I killed the nigga. Yo, that you go ahead and believe him with them lies, man. All these fucking invisible murders. That's the Gooch from Different Strokes. Invisible Bully. He's fronting. And on top of that, right? On top of that, let me tell you something, Panda. On top of that, right? When you look at videos with people that had murders and people that was locked up, you would never hear them give praise or talk about it like that, or even want to divulge a serious case like that, because he want to be recognized and remembered as this killer and this tough guy. And that's because he created this image in which people have brought into and believe in, right? But my question is, what praise do you get, or what type of accolades do you want in taking a human life? You shouldn't even be showing your face if you up here praising something that you did, but you really did not do. What it's going to take is this, and it's the only way he's going to tell the truth. You got to put him in the trunk. See, we take dudes like that, we put them in the trunk, and we take them to a warehouse and burn them. When I was on the island, we used to burn dudes out, meaning when I say burn dudes out, I used to literally take toothpaste. When you go to sleep, I put toothpaste on your feet and wrap your feet in toilet paper and set it on fire. And when you're kicking it, you can't get it off because the toothpaste got the tissue stuck in your feet. And you going to burn to death when you suckers like that. I call it happy feet. I'm like, yo, I'm about to happy feet this dude. He out of here.
10. For the post that he put up on Instagram, he said that I am not proud of my past, nor do I glorify the streets.
I don't care. That's the cleanup. That's the cleanup. Yo, listen, let me tell you something, Panda. Let me show you something. One thing I can pat myself on the back with is this, right? After all the years and talk that I did in reference to him and videos that I made, he takes everything that I say and he does it and he listens. That's a fact. He does it. He can say all of that all he want. He used everything I say.